Please pause for the moment of silence. Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
As of last night, billionaire Mike Bloomberg has qualified for Wednesday's Democratic presidential debate in Las Vegas.
And a recognition to one of our cafeteria employees.
Some theater students are in studio to talk about their next big show. All this and more coming up on NHSTV Live.
Billionaire presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg will be on the debate stage on Wednesday night in Las Vegas. This will be the first debate with the other Democratic candidates. Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City, qualified for the Nevada Democratic presidential primary debate at the last minute, notching 19% support in a NewsHour and NPR PBS poll, the fourth national poll to put him above the 10% mark since January 15th. That means the billionaire, who has spent more than $400 million on his fortune on advertising, meets the polling threshold set by the DNC for the debate.
The Daytona 500, the Super Bowl of motorsports, took place yesterday afternoon after a rain delay on Sunday, which pushed it to Monday. The race was won in an exciting yet dangerous finish as Denny Hamlin took the checkered flag after Ryan Newman crashed. The frightening crash occurred when fellow Ford driver Ryan Blaney nudged Newman's number 6 car ahead of Hamlin on the backstretch. But extra contact forced Newman to spin out as his car flung violently into the wall and flipped into the air before being hit hard again by Corey LaJoie. Newman is in serious condition at the hospital, but representatives say the injuries do not appear to be life-threatening.
We know Ryan's a heck of a tough guy, and so we're going to hope he comes out of this good.
Our Creative Writers Club competed in the 2020 Winter Writing Contest. The winners in poetry and lyrics go to Liquid Sunshine by Zoe Hill in first place, and second place is Dark Prince by Bailey Rapert, and third place is The Truth of Technology by Mario Delgadillo. Good job to everyone who competed, and entrants will be invited to the Creative Writers Club meeting on February 24th during Invest to receive rewards and certificates. Now, Gabe is in studio with theater students to talk about a new performance that is supposed to leave their audience speechless.
Thank you, Bailey. I'm here with Joe and Cora, and you guys are planning on performing your one-act play, A Children of a Lesser God,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys told me earlier that you guys are performing this all in sign language?
Yes. Yep.
So we've taken the time over the course of about a month to learn ASL for our show. So our show is completely signed, at least for some of the characters, and others will be speaking, obviously, but we've all had to learn ASL.
Wow. And
Yeah.
when is the public appearance, and when are you all competing?
So our first competition will be on March 5th, which will be the first time that we really put this on a stage and everything.
So this is like 2 months of preparation of learning.
Yeah, and we don't have a stage either to perform on, so we've had to perform throughout the school and at other schools, and it's been pretty tough.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And can you give me like a synopsis of it?
Yeah, sure. There's a man named James Leeds who teaches at a school for the deaf, and he meets a woman who's a maid there named Sarah Norman, and they fall in love, but he also tries to break her out of her shell because she has kind of sequestered herself to not speak anymore, just to speak in ASL. It's only what she's comfortable with, but it also follows how James just, how he communicates and how he is with the different people in the deaf community and the people that are not, and kind of how communication works and how they clash. So it's a really introspective show that challenges people, but it's generally really entertaining though.
That sounds so interesting, and I cannot wait for y'all's public performance. And when is that going to be again?
I'm not sure.
Not sure when the public performance is, but our first competition for sure is going to be March 5th. I think we'll have a public performance sometime after that.
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming in, and good luck, and back to you, Bailey.
Thanks, Gabe. From student organizations on campus to our staff, an employee that works hard to give kids the extra smile during lunches. NHSTV reporter Mari Flakes has the story.
Many know Miss Kimberly Jones as the Subway and Pizza Hut cashier, but she does much more than that. She actually started off as a cake decorator at Albertsons in order to receive credits for an internship at Le Cordon Bleu, which is a culinary school that teaches French cuisine and hospitality management.
I got my associate's degree at Le Cordon Bleu, so I'm a pastry chef.
Like others, one of her hobbies is attending church services where she is now beginning to sell her own homemade pastries.
I must do some some macaroons and some French pastries, you know, something different, and start selling it.
Cooking isn't the only thing that Miss Jones enjoys.
The kids, brighten up my day.
Not only does she enjoy building a strong connection with students, she also has bonds with her coworkers. Ms. Jones strives to encourage all students to be kind to one another. And if you're interested in tasting one of her treats, be sure to ask her where you can purchase them. This has been Mari Flakes with NHSTV.
As we continue to celebrate Black History Month, today we bring you a poet who inspired an artistically driven community in the 1920s.
Langston Hughes was a playwright who was famously known for his work during the Harlem Renaissance and was one of the leading figures in this time period. This artistic movement in the 1920s celebrated Black life and culture. Many know him for his poem, Harlem, which was featured in the play A Raisin in the Sun. Because of Hughes, he was able to influence an entire culture through his words that he started out using at a very young age, and was able to develop a following through his career.
Most have heard of the Jeep truck, but Jeep has also recently created a new desert-rated vehicle. All this plus more on this week's edition of Tech Talk.
Jeep has introduced their first desert-rated vehicle, the Gladiator Mojave. The vehicle specializes in low-range four-wheel drive, making it perfect for off-road travel, especially in the sand. Jeep boasts that the Gladiator is different from other desert vehicles as it's specially made to travel the terrain at much higher speeds. With 20-inch tires and 285 horsepower, if you're planning on tackling a desert soon, take a look at the Jeep Gladiator Mojave. While self-driving cars aren't available yet, some vehicle companies are producing Level 2 autopilot with a partially automated driving system. While the autopilot industry has been primarily controlled by Tesla, Lexus has begun their development on their competitor in the Level 2 market. Called the Highway Teammate, the system will be able to follow lanes, execute lane changes, and pass other cars on the road with the use of radars and cameras. It's unsure what car Lexus will implement the technology into first, but the future of self-driving cars is closer than it's ever been. Video game company Ubisoft has announced that both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X are going to be backwards compatible with almost all old games. Ubisoft CEO has stated that this is yet another benefit to buying new consoles, as many players get more games out of their purchase and the market for video games continues to grow. While not all games will be backwards compatible, both Xbox and PlayStation representatives have said that older generations of games will continue to thrive on these new consoles. That's all I've got for you guys on this week's edition of Tech Talk.
Tomorrow, we get to see how one student's pet isn't your average dog or cat.
And one club finds a delicious way to fundraise.
Thanks for watching, Texans. This has been NHSTV Live.